Here's a thought for today. It's August 19th. And if today is your birthday, you share your birthday with aviation pioneer Orville Wright. Now, the Wright brothers put many years trying to make a flying machine until they eventually got one off the ground when Orville took that first flight on December 17th, 1903. And once that happened, their focus had to shift from flying to the business side of how they were going to sell their breakthrough invention. So for most of 1904, they go back to Dayton, Ohio, starting to build a new flyer and perfecting it. And they decide that they're going to get the word out through a man named Amos Root, who made his fortune in the beekeeping business. And he was interested in seeing the flyer and promised that he wouldn't take any of their ideas, but Amos had a big trade journal, so they figured he would write up and talk about it. That's how they get the word out. However, the American press and the U.S. government, they were skeptical. They didn't believe what Amos Root had reported about seeing or any other eyewitnesses that had seen the Wright brothers flyer. So there wasn't any interest from America, but it was different on the other side. One day in Dayton, Ohio, a British Army officer shows up, wants to meet with the Wrights and see the flyer. And after meeting with them, he decides that to tell the Wrights that they should put a proposal to the British government to buy one. So the Wright brothers are excited. However, they're a little disappointed because this is an American invention. They want the American government to buy this. So they wonder how they're going to go about that. So when the new year starts, they go to their newly elected congressman. He suggests send a letter to the Secretary of War, who was the eventual future president, William Howard Taft. So January 18th, they send a letter, and a week later, they get a rejection letter back. And they told one of their mentors, who was a famous engineer in the railroad business, that they had gone to the War Department and made sure that opportunity had a loud knock on their door. But it's been our philosophy for people to buy our products, not to force it on them. So they said if they don't have any interest, we can't force it on them. But what happened is that more articles started getting written about the Wright brothers' invention, and now even the French were interested in buying a plane. So later in that year, their mentor told them, maybe go back and give the Americans another try. So they go back, explain to them that they've spent this whole year perfecting this plane, that they've done over 100 flights, that they're able to fly in circles, do S-curves, straight distances, and land a plane without crashing. And they've done it in calm winds, strong winds. They get rejected again. But this time, it's a little different. They rejected it, but they said that to consider it, they would need the drawings and how to build the plane. So the Wright brothers were patriotic. They weren't fools, though. So yeah, I mean, you know those times when you try and help a customer buy to help them out, and they ask for unreasonable demands and concessions from you just because they feel that they should be privileged to do business with them. Well, the Wright brothers knew that, and they wanted America to buy this plane here, but they weren't going to do it at the expense of a horrible business deal. So On December 30th, 1905, there was a group that bought a plane from the Wright brothers as a gift to the French government for $200,000, which in today's money is probably about $6 million. So a lot has changed in aviation over the past 120 years, but there are things that haven't changed in sales. People like to buy, they don't like to be sold. And another thing that's also been true in hundreds of years for salespeople is that you don't make a horrible business deal just at the expense of making a sale. So remember the Wright brothers for that. Now go make something happen.